everyone, AJ here. Just a quick update on the garlic. Things move very quickly with garlic. So, right now, what I'm having to do is, I'm having to peel them now. So you don't have to peel them when you initially do this. It's easier if you don't, initially. But, sometimes if you don't, you get a little bit of rot because garlic itself doesn't mold, but the skin will. So let's see if I can find a good example. So that's mold. Those black spots are mold. Sometimes it'll get a little soggy. See some mold there. This is just an old planter that I had. So if you notice, we've got some good growth. Yesterday was what, day 3, so this is day 4. So it takes about 7 days, a week or so, give or take. I don't know if you can see. No, of course my camera won't focus because this is an older iPhone. So with the sprouts, the actual sprouts, this part here, it's gotta be much taller. So 7 days usually. The difference between when I filmed yesterday and when I filmed today, actually just a few hours from yesterday when I filmed, there was such a huge difference. I look over and there's more green peeking up over the tops. So that's my update. What I'm going to do is I'm going to peel the rest of them now so that they don't mold, because this one, sometimes when they sprout they expand, and so this one is splitting. So I'm going to go ahead and unpeel the rest of them now. Reason why I didn't initially is because the cloves were too soft. And for some reason, sprouting them makes them a little harder. At least in my experience. It might be different for other people, but in my experience, they become a little harder, a little less likely to damage. So I was waiting for a couple days until they toughened up a little bit. So yeah, it's just a short little update. So I will, I don't know, take a picture or something when I'm finished and add it to the end of the video. And then tomorrow I will update again and show you what they look like. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh, so I had to stop and show you this. So when I initially put this in the in its little water thing, it looked like one clove to me. And this is the actual second one that I've come across, but the other one wasn't as big. But this is actually more than one. So when I unwrap it, I will have 3 little separate pieces. Sometimes this happens. It looked like one. I thought I had unwrapped it enough. But sometimes you'll find little surprises like this. So I'm sure when someone sees this, they're going to be concerned that the roots are going to be damaged because they're still connected at the bases when they're wrapped together like that. If you're very gentle when you pull them apart, you won't damage the root. And in spots, see the little bald spot right there? That will fill in with another root. So anywhere where they were touching, so the little naked spot, anywhere where they were touching, and there's no roots, once you separate them, roots will sprout in that spot. So, and separating them also allowed room for the actual sprout to grow, because they were kind of being a little suffocated in the wrapping. So like I said, I wanted to wait until they were a little more robust, a little tougher, so I wouldn't damage the clove itself, because sometimes when you damage the clove itself, it won't grow. So I'm unwrapping them all now so that they don't mold. And in a couple days, I'll be able to plant these. Some of them will take a little longer when they're this tiny because they have to be tall enough to sit above the soil line. So usually that's a couple inches. I've seen recommended that they be a couple inches high before you stick them in the ground. So that's what I'm doing, is unwrapping them, and I'm finding little tiny surprises like this. So it's actually kind of fun to see what I get. All right, so sometimes if you don't peel them quick enough, I apologize for the focus. This is an older phone. Anyway, sometimes when you don't peel them quick enough, you get these little spots. They look like bugs. Bugs don't eat garlic. Bugs don't like garlic. Mostly, from what I understand. Anyway, so you get these little spots of rot. Rot is different than mold. But either way, what I've been doing is I've just been cutting it away. And you'll end up with a little divot. And it's once it starts to root, this is rooting a little bit, so not much. But once it starts to root, it's not actually going to hurt. This isn't... Focus. This... Oh, come on. Here we go. That's not rot. That is actually the sprout poking up. So yeah, so I've been very gently cutting away these little spots. I have a little knife I have to do it with. If it's small enough, I'll just use my fingernail, but for the most part, I use a clean knife. So when I first started this, when I looked up how to do this, almost every source told me that the little teeny tiny cloves either wouldn't or were less likely to root. And these are actually really small. These are my pinky nail. Look how tiny those are. They're itty bitty, and even they are growing roots and having sprouts forming. So this just kind of amuses me because I have a couple of really large ones that aren't rooting yet, and then I have these little tiny ones that have roots on them already, which is just so funny. Yeah. All right, I've unwrapped everything. I've rearranged them. They all fit in this one. Oh, I missed one, but that's okay. I'll get that after I finish filming. Yeah, everything is unwrapped. You can see a little bit of damage. That was actually not me. That's, I don't know, it's from something else that happened before I unwrapped it, which is why I'm surprised, because it's so close to the top where the sprout is going to come from. I mean, look how deep that goes. And then there's a sprout forming, and it's got roots. So sometimes it'll surprise you, and you'll end up with things you're told, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to do this. Plants are so resilient. Oh, there's one more that I need to unwrap. That's okay. So I got two. But yeah, so hopefully with them not being so suffocated, the little sprouts will work better. I've got to water these. Some of them are looking a little empty because I rearranged them. Some of them didn't have anything in them. So yeah. That's what they look like now. They're all naked.